$100 plus $500 plus $800 plus $1,400 for the low income. I have all the details and what all of these dollar amounts actually mean for the low income, and of course, what you need to do to get it. Let's get into it right away. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate, and I am very much dedicated to you and this community to do all the research and to boil it all down into these short videos so that you can get the latest details hot off the wire each and every day as this information is being released. It's a busy time out there, and my dedication is to help you out in any way that I can, as well as make sure that you're staying informed and help you grab as much money, benefits, programs, and anything else we can possibly get our hands on or take advantage of right now. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below if you haven't done so yet. And let's get right into the video. All right, so I do want to talk through all of these different dollar amounts in this video that I mentioned at the start of this video. Now, I do know that a lot of you in this community are low income. A lot of people here in the community are also living on a fixed income like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, all of that, as well as low income and all of that. So I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page here. And the deal is, everything that I mentioned here, even if you are somebody living on fixed income benefits, it doesn't matter. You can still be eligible for these programs that are out there now. So here's the thing. As of right now, there are multiple different programs that have either been approved, that are very close to approval, or they have a high probability of getting approved. So I want to break that all down for you in this video and let you know what is actually going on out there, because some of you in this community may actually be eligible for some money right here, right now, that you may not even recognize. And that's okay, because honestly, there's so much going on right now, it's hard to keep a lot of these things straight. So let's jump into this right away. I want to talk through some of these that have already been approved, very close to approval, and or have a high probability of becoming approved at some point. All right, so number one is $100. By the way, I'm going to go in numerical order, as in $100 up to the $1,400. So let's start with $100. All right, so not that long ago, there was a group of Democratic representatives that came out with a proposal to send out $100 ongoing monthly checks because of high gas prices. Well, guess what? As of right now, the national average for gas is still over $4 a gallon. Well, according to this proposal, anytime that gas is over $4 a gallon, they would still want to be sending out these $100 ongoing monthly checks every single month for the low income. Therefore, as of right now, these $100 checks would still be going out every single month. So as of now, they owe us a couple $100 of back pay, right? So anyway, this is a program out there. And honestly, based on all the different proposals that we've seen over the last, say, month and a half or so, since gas prices have really gone through the roof here, we've seen multiple proposals. And honestly, this one is the most promising out of all of those that have popped up. There's been talk about it recently, and we will have to see what they do, because oil prices are moving back up once again, and that's going to translate back into higher gas prices, even though they have come down about 27 cents or so from the high that was reached about a month and a half or so ago. So that's number one. Next, $500. Now, this is actually a pretty big one. This is actually a pretty widespread number, simply because there's a lot of programs right now. I mean, literally all across the entire country. There are programs all over the place, as well as state stimulus checks that are sending out $500 in some instances. So there are multiple states out there that are sending out state stimulus checks of $500. There's also multiple guaranteed basic income programs out there right now that are either starting within the matter of the next few days or the next couple weeks here, or that are already opened as of right now, sending out ongoing $500 checks. So a lot of these have already been approved. For example, next week alone, in the city of Chicago, they are opening it up where you can apply, as in it's a lottery, where basically you can just drop your name in the hat and see if they will choose you as one of the individuals who will be getting $500 every single month for the next year. They're going to be choosing 5,000 people in that. So again, that'll be opening up next week, the applications for those $500 ongoing checks. And there's other states out there right now that have ongoing checks, as in these universal basic income or guaranteed basic income programs that have already been approved and going out as of right now. In fact, $500 for whatever reason seems to be the magical number when it comes to guaranteed basic income and universal basic income programs. Not really sure why they choose 500, but 500 is by far the most popular number that they choose when actually setting up these universal or guaranteed basic income programs. So, multiple of those out there right now as well. And again, these are all focused on the low income and, of course, fixed income beneficiaries. So if you're a fixed income beneficiary and you're eligible in your state as a state stimulus check or any of these UBI or GBI programs around the country, doesn't matter if you live on a fixed income. You can still be eligible for these, right? So if you're an SSI beneficiary or you're an SSDI or retiree, honestly, or a VA beneficiary, it doesn't really matter. You can still get some of these benefits. So just want to make you very aware of that with everything going on right now. Next, $800. Now, this is one that I'm keeping my eyes on a little bit. It's out there, and it's something that's been talked about for a number of different months now, but this is for about 63 million Medicare beneficiaries. We talked about this maybe a month and a half or so ago. I did find some new information on it back then, about a month and a half ago, but I want to throw this out there because, honestly, this one is kind of right on the brink of potentially being passed as well, now that Congress is once again playing around with the ideas of bringing back the Build Back Better agenda. Have you heard about this? Yeah, they actually are. It's actually going to be a much smaller version of the bill, but they are now talking about bringing back and reopening up negotiations on the Build Back Better agenda. Of course, I can always come back in a separate video and give you the latest details on that, but they want to get it done by August. Well, within this bill, they also wanted to contain that one-time $800 check, or actually I should say, it's more like a prepaid debit card is how they were actually going to be sending it out. This is the $800 card that was going to be going out to about 63 million beneficiaries of Medicare to help replace your dental coverage, or what I should say, lack of dental coverage. So remember this. Over the last year or so, Congress has been working on expanding Medicare coverages to include hearing, dental, and vision. Well, they dropped dental pretty much right away. Vision is still on the fence and hearing is in. So out of the three, they basically got one and they essentially dropped the other two, but they're bringing back vision coverage. It might be pretty limited, but vision coverage still may be there. However, in exchange for dropping dental coverage, they said, why don't we just give all the 63 million beneficiaries a one-time $800 card and that'll cover all their dental expenses. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. Clearly, they don't go to the dentist because the dentist is way more than $800. But anyway, what they wanted to do was send out a one-time $800 card for 63 million beneficiaries of Medicare in exchange for basically dropping dental coverages in the expansion of Medicare. Okay? Well, that one is still out there right now, and this one could be getting a comeback as they actually work their way through the newly revised and the new version of the Build Back Better agenda. So that one's out there still hanging around, and we will see if they actually put it into the new version of the bill, right? All right, now let's talk about the next one on my list, $1,400. I think you know what I'm talking about here, right? A $1,400 stimulus check. The best thing that we have up our sleeve right now is the Senior Citizens League. We basically have to take our hats off to the Senior Citizens League. Because here's the thing. They, just like we are doing right here on this channel, is they are huge advocates for fixed income beneficiaries. In fact, a few months ago, late last year, they had that petition that was circling around gathering signatures on a one-time $1,400 stimulus check that they were going to be presenting to Congress to actually get that focused check for all of these fixed income beneficiaries. Now, as of right now, to be totally clear, Congress has not moved forward with that quite yet. However, the Senior Citizens League is very much and very vocal about inflation right now and how the cost of living adjustment is simply not enough where it should actually be, and they've also talked about how this inflation is just digging in on fixed income beneficiaries, and something needs to be done about this. So the Senior Citizens League, just like us right here in this community, is actually a really good thing. They are huge advocates for fixed income beneficiaries as well. We got to watch them very, very closely because honestly, when it comes down to it, they have direct ties to Congress. So, they're doing some really good stuff right there as well. So, anyway, they are talking about that $1,400 stimulus check, and realistically, realistically, in the event of another stimulus check, if there happens to be one, it's likely going to be probably about $1,400 to $2,000, and it's likely going to be highly focused on the lowest income individuals out there. And yes, including fixed income beneficiaries. So we'll have to watch that very closely because these ideas have already been floated in Congress. It's just a matter of them actually moving forward with it. So Congress, they're doing a whole lot. Well, yeah, that's up for debate right now. If Congress is doing a whole lot, right? Anyway, Congress is doing some things. It's just a matter of time until we actually get them to come to the floor before they actually introduce something. The time is a ticking here. The midterm elections are coming up. They want to get the newly revised Build Back Better agenda, otherwise known as the reconciliation bill, done by August, and that's only a handful of months away. That is not that long. And at the rate that Congress moves right now, they better get their work started now so that they can maybe get it finished by August, right? So anyway, that's what these dollar amounts represent, but don't get me wrong. Just because I laid out all of these right here in this video, there are multiple other programs out there right now that are actually sending out monthly payments, one-time payments, vouchers, programs, all of these other things that are on the table that have either been approved or basically on the brink of being approved at any given moment. So the point is, I'll continue to keep you updated, but when it comes down to it, these are the programs that are by far the most promising based on all the research that I do. There's a lot of good proposals out there, but honestly, these are the best of the best that I've boiled down into this video, and these are the ones that have already been approved in some instances. So I'll keep you posted with everything going on right now. There's a lot out there. Proposals were hitting the table like crazy a few weeks ago, and honestly, the vast majority of them were not that great. But a couple did make it through the smoke and mirrors and ultimately made it to the other side, and that's what we're focusing on here. So anyway, as I do get more details, of course, I'll break it all down for you in these videos. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward, as it's a very busy time, and I'm very much dedicated to helping you out in any way that I possibly can. Also, share this video or go back and check out any of the other nearly 2,400 videos right here on the channel. Thanks again for your support. I truly appreciate it. I want to help you out in any way that I possibly can. That's my dedication to you and this community. I'm sticking to it. I am doing research literally all day, every single day, 7 days a week, and yes, even on weekends and on holidays. It's my dedication to you, and realistically, the economy doesn't stop. Our lives continue on. People continue to struggle. Therefore, there is no break for this stuff. I don't deserve a break until everybody gets some relief right now. And honestly, even after that happens, I still don't feel like I deserve any kind of break. I am here for you in any way that I possibly can be, and I am very much dedicated, and I'm sticking to it. Yes, I'm stubborn, and I'm proud of it, right? All right, anyway, thanks again. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. Please stay safe out there,